everyone. Oh, forgot to put away my hair tie. I'll put it on the side. Hello everyone. So, as I said yesterday, today will be another more relaxed, productive stream because I am still recovering from from how tired and how much I've studied in the past 2 months for the exam I had Monday. So also mostly be doing some drawing. I have a bunch of stuff that I still have to do. So I'm not gonna be studying, but I'll still of course have the quiet sessions like I had yesterday. I'll try not to speak and interrupt during the sessions like I do always, but today we have some emotes that are already added to the to this channel. Unfortunately, I need at least another 2 or 3 months of affiliate before I can have chat emotes that are universal for followers. For now, unfortunately, I cannot have those, and I only have sub emotes, which if you sub you can still use. Of course, you can always use your prime sub. So unfortunately I cannot already have universal emotes for my chat, but not universal emotes, but I cannot have emotes that everyone who follows can use, because you need at least 60 days of streams. I stream 3 to 4 times a week, so I need at least 2 or 3 months to get there, to get to actually 60 days of streaming. If I streamed every day, of course it would be 2 months still, but I would need probably 3 or 4 months now that I think of it. So not counting that I'm gonna take a week break sooner, when I get surgery. So if we don't count that, unfortunately we'll have to figure a bunch of stuff out, but don't worry, we'll do that when the time comes, when we need to. So what else did I want to tell you? Oh yeah, I'll show you some of the emotes that we talked about yesterday. Maybe you've seen but they weren't completed, so for the ones that they're not subbed, they can still at least see them. So this is the let me go back here because otherwise I cannot see. This is the Shiro emote, which is just Shiro saying hi. It's just a really cute one. This is just a little loving Shiro with a little heart. I wanted to make at least 2 emotes with him, of him. I'll figure out how to do more. I'll be honest, drawing dogs is not my strength. These were the 2 that I needed the most time to do. I have the usual hype one. I use a similar style to what I had before on Frankenface. So I'll probably upload the ones that I want to be universal for the channel on Frankenface and maybe on Better TTV if I can have both enabled in my channel. So at least until I can add them officially in my Twitch chat for the followers, I'll have those. I still need to figure it out, and unfortunately I can't do it while I'm streaming because, as we talked about yesterday, my poor PC can barely stream by itself. That's the only thing it can do at once. And I already have my email open because I need to send the emotes through my email from my iPad to be able to upload them here, because I can only upload them from my PC. It's already a struggle, so I don't think I can open much more than that. But so we have the hype one, we just have an okay one, which I haven't uploaded. These are the ones that I haven't uploaded, the ones you're about to see. It's an okay one, a tears one, a sad one, lurking, and then we have a question mark. These are the ones that I did before I went to bed. The last 1, 2, 3, and 4. The last 4 were the ones I did I was laying in bed before falling asleep, and right after dinner, and I drew these. So they're not still already on the channel, but we'll do that later. And I want to create some more exclusive ones for the other sub-tiers, but for one I'm focusing on the first one, and I'll start working also on the bits, just so we have like a just so we have a bit of a better like structure, because for now I haven't even looked at them, so I'll do that also today. But of course it told me under suspicion of being through the lack of evidence. It was quite fun. Hi, sure. But yeah, outside of that, I think we should start with the first session. As usual, 35-minute session where I'm muted, you just have the music, and I'm gonna chat as much as I can. I'm gonna be in chat as much as I can, as I said, but because I'm drawing, my eyes are here and my screen is there, so if I'm not super present, I'm sorry, but I'll try my best. Okay, let's start. Talk to you in 45 minutes. break time. Oh god. Okay. Okay. As I said, I'm making a couple of one or two new emotes, but I want them to be for bits, just because I like to have more similar looking emotes for my 40 subs at least. But I'm making a new one. I'm trying to make it also right now it looks very disproportionate, but it's a, oh god, I'm probably gonna be more of a GG kind of emote. It's all like a draft. It's the eyes are not in the right placement yet. I don't have a mouth yet. The brows are just a mess. But I did draw my headphones, which I did a pretty good job at my headphones, which I like it. And I like the fact that I have like my normal emotes and then the one with my headphones are more exclusive. Kind of like it. Also, I've been really enjoying drawing emotes just in general. It's been very fun. And I don't know. There are so many other things that I have to do other than just drawing these, but I want to finish like 2 of them and then I'll just figure out what else I want to do with everything else on the channel. For the people who don't know me, maybe like this is not what I usually do on stream. Usually I have to study or write my thesis, but I'm still like kind of coming back to studying because I had a pretty big exam on Monday and I wanted to take a little bit of a break and fix up a bunch of stuff that I haven't had the time to do because I got affiliate on Friday and I had Monday I had my exam, and now I want to like make everything functional here because I know that like I like for example the people that subbed to me didn't even have emotes till like yesterday, so I want to make it like fair for everyone and make everything work in this channel as fast as I can. So if at least like everything works, like for example, so I'm understanding what bits are and how they work and everything, so I want to make sure that everything works perfectly and I don't have to like, I don't know, I don't want people to like be feel betrayed for me like not having everything set up, and then maybe giving like even subbing I feel kind of bad because I haven't fixed everything there yet. But I'll make sure to have everything set up by the end of this week and, you know, by my next week's Tuesday stream. That's the goal for this week of my own work. And then I'll go back into doing my usual work. So I'm gonna be probably writing a lot actually because I have my thesis to write. And that's a pretty big like deal and that's a lot of work, so I'll probably have to do that for quite a bit, and once I have that figured out I'll probably start my master's degrees by the time I finished writing my thesis, so there's no issue. But I'm quite happy right now with having a bit of a week rest, like a rest for like this week, and maybe start back on Friday or even just on Monday to writing my thesis, because you know breaks are important. It's important to heal, and that's why, for example, I really like Pomodoro sessions because I'm someone that does not take breaks and gets burnt out very, very easily. And so, for example, I will study or write for like 2 hours and like one after the others without any breaks. And I will end up after those 2 hours being so tired that I cannot even look at anything else for like an hour. I would be useless. Instead, if I do like 45 minute breaks, I know that I can do 45 minutes of writing. Of course, if I still have to finish something, for example, while I'm on stream, I'm a bit more I try to start my breaks more exactly on time, but if I'm by myself, I'm gonna, like, if I have to finish writing a paragraph or something, I'll finish it. Then I'll have a 10-minute break where I'll just think of something else. Usually I'll just hang out with Shiro over there and then come back to writing after 10 minutes. And I find it that it's much easier for me to write for longer and to keep my brain, like, to not tire myself out too quickly, which is quite useful. And if I can, I try to have maybe another stream going in the background so I can have like breaks and stuff. But maybe during the break, sometimes I'm not always present. Sometimes I just like go to the bathroom or drink or I hang out with Shiro. So I'm just lurking depending on my mood. But like I said, if I do that while studying, I like to, after doing something, like today I know that, like this exam session, I know that I only had this one exam on the first day of the session, which was the 6th, because we started exams that day, like the entire university started, and I had that exam and I don't have other exams, but I want to finish my thesis by the end of next month. But I also know that if I don't take a break, like when I used to have like 3 or 4 exams, I used to at least take a day break if I can, or like a day and a half break, and start maybe the afternoon of the evening of like 2 days later studying, because I know that my brain and my body and everything, I need it, because I'm someone that carries in like stress, anxiety. I don't sleep, and I'm barely able to eat the day that I have to take an exam. So before I take it, once I've taken it, maybe I can eat. So I know my body needs healing and my mind needs it. So like right now I prefer doing something like this, which it's still something that I have to do, but I would, like in a normal situation, I would have done it on my free time. Instead, I'm trying to be productive, and this is still time where I'm being productive. It's still things that I have to do. I'm doing for this channel to make it better, and it's the thing that I care about right now. That it's one of the things that I care a lot about. It's making this a better place for this community, and making it, giving back to the people that are here. So the people that are subbed, I want them to have emotes that I drawn and that I put my time into it. Like if people give me bits, I like them to have an emote that is special for that, and I like to have that, always. Oh god, it's lagging a bit. I'm sorry. Now it's okay. Now we're back to normal. I like to make this, put my best, try my best to make this a channel that is as good as it could be with the possibilities that I have right now, which is time. I may not have money, but I do have time. So I cannot buy the best equipment, or I cannot have a designer do stuff for me, but I have my own time and the few skills that I have, and I put them in place to create everything myself. A big thing that I want to try and do next, I want to redo all my overlays and stuff, but that takes a lot of effort, and other time, which right now I have. So I'll do everything a bit at a time. Of course, I got affiliate, and this was not planned. So this week I was supposed to redo my entire overlays, but I can't. Of course, like I could, but I have to switch up the things that I have to do for affiliate and everything like that, and rewards and everything, which I had not planned at all, because I was like, yeah, maybe getting affiliate before my surgery, which I will have to take, a week break, or at least a couple of streams I'll probably lose, because I'll be in recovery and I'll have to be in the hospital and I'll be in bed for a couple of days, if not an entire week. But I hadn't expected to. Also, I would have had the time where I was recovering to do this, and I thought it would have been nice, but I did not plan it, and it was like so unplanned, as I was kind of unprepared. I'm sorry for that. If I was prepared, I would have already had everything on, and I would have had just to upload it. But you know, when you don't plan this, unfortunately, you don't plan this kind of stuff. I did not know. Like, I just got a random notification on Friday while I was streaming. Like, you're invited to be like an affiliate, and I was like, wait, what? What happened now? When did this happen? And I'm still very grateful because I have this opportunity, and it makes it just that. It makes this channel and this community just that bit better. We still have more opportunities to do things, so I can do more things creatively, which is drawing emotes, which I've done before, but unfortunately it wasn't as good. Now I can make them better. I can have them be more easily accessible, and I'm very grateful for that because that's the thing that I care about quite a lot right now. Okay, now that I've ranted, I've ranted way too much already. Let's go back to the next session. I'll just go to the bathroom for a second. But I'll start the session so you won't lose any more time. Talk to you in 45 minutes. It's break time. Okay, let me just. Oh god, the volume was so high. Okay. I see some buffering, but I don't know if it's in my end or if it's just like random ass buffering out of nowhere. Okay, no, the output is fine. You shouldn't see any buffering. Oh god. I'm just yawning at this point. I've gotten quite a bit of work done. I'm starting to add color. Let me, as usual, let me remember to lower the brightness or you're not going to see anything. I have to put basically the minimum of brightness for you to be able to see anything. So the background is gray right now, so you're not going to be able to see much. Actually, let me just change the background color just so you can kind of see it. At least you can see the lines a bit better. Yeah. Let's see if I can make it cozy. Yeah, it's cute. Thank you. It took a long time to understand how to draw them. I'm lucky that a couple of people like create like had already drawn these headphones. So I looked up of a couple of people that created like chibi characters, or how the fuck they're called. I never know how to pronounce them. I would pronounce them chibi. I don't know if they are pronounced like that. And I saw that there was like someone that drew them, so I kind of looked them up because otherwise I did not know how to draw them. The same thing that I did with Shiro, honestly, because I've never drawn a dog. I had to improvise, so I had to look up as many different drawings of dogs I could find, and then I figured out how to draw the ears and like the proportions and everything to make it actually look like Shiro, because otherwise it would not look like him. I saw so many people like drawing dogs. Like I said this even yesterday, like most of the inspo I found was like of Shibas or like huskies and dogs like that, which don't look like Shiro at all. Like he does not look like that kind of dog. He's much smaller. His face is much slimmer. So finding a way to integrate that as well was quite hard. Oh god. For some reason, Twitch decided that I don't need to see the entire screen. So like I see basically half of the things that I should see. I don't know what's going on. It's probably just Chrome just doing whatever the fuck it's trying to do. I have no idea. But the internet connection is doing pretty well today, so I'm glad we're not crashing. But yeah, I think I'll be able to finish this by the next break, probably actually earlier than that, which I'm okay with. Also, I do have 2 other emotes that I've already added. Like I have another Shiro emote, which it's going to be a tier 2 sub emote, Unfortunately, I only have one tier 2 emote that I can put and one tier 3. So I have like a cute Shiro emote for that tier, but for some reason it just doesn't, it has to be approved. It doesn't let me like get automatically approved. And I have, as I said, I have to wait like 3 months before I get like the automatic approval of emotes, which means that I have to wait that long to also have channel emotes. Like it's gonna be 3 or 4 months before I can like have everything working like I kind of want to, which kind of sucks because I thought it was like something that was just going to naturally work once you get affiliate. Instead it doesn't. You still have to stream another 60 days while you are an affiliate. So I'm like, okay, this will be a long time because this is my second official stream, because my first one I got affiliate halfway through. So I don't know, it's very confusing. Oh my god, my knee is also in quite a lot of pain because I didn't take, like I've stopped taking painkillers now. I took them from Saturday till Tuesday. So actually no, Saturday till Tuesday, but I didn't have any more because I already had them at home because they were the same kind of painkillers that my mom takes. So I would have to recall back my doctor to get a prescription and go get that prescription, but I kind of don't want to. So I'll just deal with the pain for now, then I'll call him probably. But this week, hopefully, like by the end of the week, so maybe on Friday or Thursday or Friday, they may call me from the hospital to get surgery, but I'm not completely sure because I told them that I would be busy until the 9th because I had something important to do the 9th, but unfortunately it was cancelled because the person that I had to go got sick basically. So they maybe got COVID, I don't know. Someone is sick, so I hate it because now I don't have another day, and I've already decided that if they tell me like come get surgery like tomorrow, I'll go and that's it. I don't care anymore. Like I'll just text my auntie that if she and it's for my aunt and my grandma's apartment house. We're selling a piece of the ground. So hi. But as I said, at this point I'm like, I'll just tell my auntie like I'm getting surgery for a month. I'm not gonna be able to move. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to walk, so just have to be patient. Maybe one day I'll be able to come up and do that and sell, and I can come up and sign to sell that piece of the soil that she's selling to one of the neighbors, I think. Yeah, I think the upstairs neighbor. Okay, let me do my due diligence because I haven't terrible at shout outs because I always forget to do them. So yay. First of all, then I am very terrible. I always forget about shoutouts for some reason. I like to do them always, but because there are so many people that come in here that I know for a stream, but I always forget. I'm doing actually pretty well today. It's chilly. I'm getting kind of chilly. I need to put on my cardigan for a second. There's a bit of a cold wind coming in today, and I'm freezing my back off, and I don't want to do that, so I'll just put on my little old lady jacket on top. But today is a pretty chill stream like I did yesterday. It's mostly gonna still be finishing a couple of like emote drawings. I have the last one to finish, and then I have to work on this setup. Don't worry, it's the minimum I can do. I'm always like, I like to shout out people because the people I shout out, it's always like the people that I enjoy having here. And if I know you're streaming, might as well. Also, if I'm not streaming myself, I'm trying always to be on someone else's stream. Just because I'm, like, if I'm doing something. So I always end up on your guys' stream. Like, if I shout you out, it's because I care and I like seeing your streams. Okay, I have an ad starting. No, God, just noticed. Okay. I'll run an ad in a bit because I don't want to run it while it's the break. So, okay, 5 minutes. Perfect. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out the ads things because I want to find a way to have them, like, not do the breaks, but sometimes they come up during the breaks and I hate it. But I still have to figure the timing perfectly. Once I have that perfectly timed out, hopefully we won't have any issues. Also, I know that a couple of other streamers told me this, so I'm just gonna say it just so it's easier. But I don't put ads on once you get on my stream directly, simply because I don't personally really love it when I'm watching streams, so I don't put it there. I'm trying to get the, automatic, like, I just added the automatic ads, but I'm trying my best to not have them during the breaks, which, it's a 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes, then you have 10 minutes break, so just into those 45 minutes. Seems easy enough. It's not. Always end up in the wrong time, like it would have started, like, a little bit ago, but we'll figure this out also. Okay, let's go back into working. Oh God, it doesn't recognize my face. I love this for myself. I'll finish this emote and then I'll start working on bits. So let's start, because I cannot wait to start do other stuff. I need to change. I've done emails for the past 2 days. I need to start doing something different today. Talk to you in 45 minutes.
Yo, change that beat up. Here we go.
into drawing. You're not gonna see this until it's done. I'm drawing the new sub-budget badges, and I don't want you to see them because they are just like a trial, so it wouldn't even matter because they're not even close to being done. But also, I kind of want them to be a surprise once I like have them all finished. Oh god, I need to stretch my back a bit because it's on fire. I don't know if I'll do another session. I need to see if I have the energy because I'm getting quite tired right now. Let me check how we're doing here. Oh god. Okay. Close a bunch of stuff. I have so many things open that I don't even know how my PC is not crashed today. But I think my PC is just in a good mood. Also tomorrow, I don't know if you remember, but last week I told you that I have to take new pictures, and one day I'll probably be editing pictures and stuff, and probably tomorrow I'll take some new pictures because I have like I still have only pictures when I had colored hair, and you know, it was something new. Also, there's Pride month, so I kind of want to take a new cool one. Also because afterwards I'll have to wait after surgery to get them, so I think if I do it tomorrow, but I still have to figure everything out. Like, nothing is planned, but like I don't even have an idea of what to do yet. So until I have that figured out, like I have an idea because I have my my coat hanger over there, which is quite wide, and I can hang my flag there to have it behind me. So one of the two flags that I have over here, which are hang up there, they're not even like hung up that nicely, but I can put them there. But I still have no idea, hair, makeup, everything like that, so I'll figure it out tomorrow, maybe. But yep, so everything needs to be decided, but I think that will probably be like the most plausible option, simply because I don't really have many options. I can't walk and I need to be sitting down, otherwise it'll be a pain. So I'll probably figure it out, or trying to think my bed, I have the lights, but the blank wall behind it is quite sad. Also, I cannot do anything close to my desk because I need to clean my desk tomorrow. It will be like a cleaning day. I need to wake up pretty early. I need to clean my entire desk because it's a mess right now. I have so much stuff. I'm way too ashamed to even show you. Also, I don't want to move my webcam right now, but it's a disaster. But I was thinking that if I pass this exam, I may give myself a new keyboard, because you don't want to hear this. And I know you don't. Because while I was playing, what was it? 2 Saturdays ago, while I was playing What Remains of Edith Finch, I remember some of you telling me, your keyboard is so loud, because at certain points I had to click quite a lot, and it was so loud. Also, I was looking back at the footage, at the VOD for Grimm's Hollow, and it's stupidly loud. The biggest issue is my microphone is close to my keyboard, but because this keyboard is so big, I can't get it closer to me. If I could, you would have it a bit more farther away, and it would have been too loud. But this needs a new home, so I'll probably decide whether or not I can change keyboard, maybe get a mechanical one with maybe more tactile switches, or linear ones, so they're not this loud. But yeah, it's too much for me. I kind of can't work with it anymore. Also, oh my god, sorry for yawning. The keys are, you can kind of see it, but they're pretty far apart. And I have quite small hands. So to me, writing with this, like, I have to look down because otherwise I will misclick, because the travel from one key, like, usually you press two keys, you're like one after the other. I have to do this with my fingers, and like to reach, if I have my hands relaxed on the keyboard, I need to move my hand to press enter or delete, and they are very close to each other. In fact, the amount of time I press enter instead of delete, simply because they're like right on top of each other, but I cannot reach it. It's so annoying. It makes writing, it takes me so much more time, and because it's big, it doesn't fit the space that I have, and I kind of want to find a way to like sell it or something like that if I decide to buy a new one, which I will have to do sooner or later. But once I decide to, once I decide to buy a new one, I'll just sell this, so at least I make up for a bit of money. Because I was thinking about giving it to my brother, but because it's an Italian layout, he's not used to writing with it. I don't think it would make any sense. But at least it would be something that will be good for me, as well as would be a bit better for the stream, because I was thinking about getting a mic arm, but the thing is, it's like right now is not a good time to get it. It would be like, it's much cheaper than getting a new keyboard, of course, because it's like 20 euros instead of a keyboard. It's probably like 70 euros mostly if I want to get a decent one that I know it's not going to break on me after 2 months, which I found that reading reviews and looking up reviews in general, most cheaper mechanical keyboards break so quickly that I'm like, I might as well just wait and spend a tiny bit more. At least I'm sure that it's not going to break on me after 2 months I have it, and I've already spent like 50 bucks on it. I'd rather just wait, get one for like 70, and know that it will last much longer. But also I want to get something that it looks good, because this is not bad, but it doesn't look as good. Like, it fits in my setup, of course, because it's like black and pink and white. Black and pink, which it's like my chair is mostly black and pink. But like, I need something a bit more light, because it doesn't, I don't know. I need something smaller. That's just what I need. I need something smaller, but with arrows. So like a 68 key keyboard would be amazing. Which I was looking up. I was looking at Apple Maker stuff. Maybe later we can look at them together. Actually, I'm thinking, I don't think I can do another session. Yeah, I really can't do another session, but we can look at some stuff together, so we can chat. I'll just like lower my volume a bit. Also, I'm sorry if you hear the bells outside, but you know, what time is it? Yeah, it's 6, so the bells start ringing outside. Shiro today is extremely unbothered, like usual. Okay, let me just, like, I was looking at some different keyboards. I mean, actually, let me see if I can actually show you. I'll just do it in a different window, yes. Oh god, this is like freaking out. My PC is freaking out right now. Let me just enter studio mode so I can actually like do some of this. If this works, which, yay, that works. Okay, for example, I was looking at keyboards like this one. Let me move my... Fucking hell. I was looking at Apple Maker keyboards just because I know that they are very nice. Problem is they're also quite expensive, like usually, to import at least. This one you just have brown switches and it's like, but you only have the black version, which I don't really like. I prefer the white one, but it's sold out. So let me actually show you another one. I was looking also at kits, but kits are so expensive that it doesn't even make any sense. Let me just, yay. Sorry if it's I'm sorry if it's very slow, but as I said, my PC, the CPU is like trying its best. Yet this model right here, it's so beautiful in certain, oh god. I didn't open the right one, I knew it. Also, I love the Alice ones, but they're super expensive and just doesn't make sense to. I just want to look at this one. Can I open this? No, I don't want to open that one. Oh god. Love struggling with a PC with a CPU that's trying its best not to explode. Okay, GK68. Because this also comes with a with a wireless option as well as a Bluetooth, like with a Bluetooth option. Okay, yes, this one. Plastic, wire, dual mode. I didn't pick out white. This is very, very pretty, and you can choose switches. Unfortunately, the browns on both Cherry and Gatron are not like available. I can get, like, for example, Cherry Blacks, which are very good. They are a bit more expensive, but you can see it's like 72 bucks. But it is hot swappable, so I can get new switches and stuff and change it up a bit. It is like backlit, but I don't really care about it much, the backlit. It's like the keys are not too far apart, like this one has like a millimeter between each key. This one is like much closer together. No, actually more like 2 millimeters between each key. This one is much closer together. It has arrows, has 3 function keys, that's it. It is an American like layout, which I still have to relearn, but it's not that hard because I know if you press Alt and you press a one of the vowels, I just get the accented one, which is mostly what I need. The rest I can kind of figure it out quite easily, I feel. But yeah, this is like what I was looking at mostly. I was looking at different ones, but they were on Amazon, so I'm not gonna show you because there's my name and last name there, and at least I need you to at least struggle a bit to get my last name, okay? But yeah, I was looking at those, but nothing really like. Oh, hi. Oh god. Okay. So I actually have to go now because I have a bunch of things that I have to do and I can do them on stream. Unfortunately, otherwise I would, but I need my webcam and I need my PC empty right now. So, of course, I'll see you on Friday. Also, reminder, this Saturday I'll be streaming. I'll try and stream like I did last week so we can finish at a decent time because I usually finish like after midnight. But so I'll try and start streaming at about 7, like the not past Saturday, the one before that. So when it comes to games, Friday I'll do a poll probably to decide because I have a bunch in mind, but I want to figure out, try and open them and see about the specs and everything to make sure that my PC can handle them. And once I have that, I'll probably do, yeah, as I said, probably do a poll on Friday stream. So I'll see you Friday. Let's see if someone is live so we can rate them. If Twitch doesn't hate me because the past few days it didn't let me rate anyone, so let's see. It's very slow, but it's trying its best. his ear. Oh! Cat is alive, so I'll probably... Let's trade Cat. Or Baron. Let's see. No, I'm probably gonna... Actually, let's trade Baron. I haven't seen him in a bit because our schedules are always like weirdly balanced. So let's see if it works. I did create a new command, but I don't know if it's the right one because I forgot, honestly. Yeah, it's not the right command. Yay. Kept forgetting her commands. Like, you can absolutely scold me for me not remembering my own commands, but I've created this and then I left it and I never looked at it again because Ben like suggested it to me. Because he's more brain than me sometimes. But he suggested me this to me on Tuesday and I created it. Like, not on Tuesday, on Friday, last Friday. And then I never got to use it. So we got to... Let me just load it so I can actually see stream elements. Please. Please. Can you let me see my commands? Please. Timers. It's here. No. Wrong. Not this one. God. Cat, please. Stop it. Check commands. Custom. Jesus Christ, I could have just wrote raid. No. Raid. Mess. Yay! That should work. Yay! So, let's go. Some of you probably already know him, but he's very nice. So please be nice. And I'll see you on Friday.